Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 703. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Howdy, folks. We're here again.
Yes. So it's going to be a crazy cast. Crazy day today. I wound up so much traffic in the city. I was on the bus for literally 3 hours. So I didn't realize, of course, I had a cup of coffee here, a cup of coffee there. All throughout the day, I had coffee. So I'm all hyper today, guys. So, one, I went down a different street. I didn't know that I bumped right into the Nintendo store, which was amazing. Could have played Zelda, but I had to go to work. So I was like very crazy about that. Then I bumped into all these photographers who was taking pictures of this guy. And he's walking towards me. I had no clue who he was. So I'm like, oh, I got to take a picture or whatever. Took a picture with him, put it on Facebook. Still had no clue. I was hoping that finally we found out the guy was an actor from Veep. Julie Louis-Dreyfus' show, Chris. So, you there?
Yeah, I don't know who that is still, but
yeah,
okay, whatever.
So there's on Facebook, that's who the guy was. He was a very nice guy. His wife was nice. You know, she held my bags. I mean, he was like, hey, you want to take a selfie, bro? I'm like, yeah. Had no clue who he was. Really nice, though.
Great picture. I saw it. It's a great picture.
Great picture. But again, how funny is that? Like, you have a star and you have no idea who he is. Do apologize about that. And then I saw the interview. I was like, that's his jacket. That's his shirt. That's him. Okay. All right. So let's get down to business. Me and Chris were talking off air about Shin Gojira. And we're really, really, really discussing different things. This is what we're going to do on this show here. I want to try to get a screenshot of where we were standing. You know that shot?
Oh, I got it. Hold on. I think I know.
All right.
Which one.
I really want to go into this.
It's the big one that came. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I want to make a point about that.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page with it.
Yes. Here's my thing, and for those new subscribers, welcome to Matrixlord212, and this is Everything Show. I do appreciate you guys subscribing this week. I got, I think, over 8 subscribers, so past couple of days, thank you very much. New fans from Reddit, that's awesome. I am a huge Godzilla fan, and so is Chris. One of my first, 5 movies, one of them was a Godzilla movie. And ever since then, boom, Godzilla. Ooh, what happened? Okay. So, I have every Godzilla there is except for Godzilla 1985 on DVD, but I have that on VHS. Chris has the whole thing too.
Just to, I don't mean to cut in there, but this is the one you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have okay, so by no means necessary am I a hater, okay, of Godzilla. I friggin' love Godzilla, okay? But after so many times seeing Godzilla, I am going to be very critical about it, right? If you go back to the other one.
Sorry, I don't know what the heck just happened there.
Okay.
I must have hit a button.
Okay, so here's the thing from judging this, right? Thank you. Wonderful. Right away when we look at this, all right, to me, it's like a mistake. That's what I think. Because right away I'm like, it looks like somebody made this Godzilla model and they didn't do it right. His hands are like this. He does disproportionate. His legs are like gigantic. You know, it looks like it's unfinished, okay? There's no reason that those hands and this thing should be this small, okay? Why would there's usually an explanation for why these dinosaurs had big legs, big whatever, like dinosaurs I'm talking about, not monsters.
Yeah.
There's always a reason why this one had longer beaks, longer legs, wings, whatever, right? There's no explanation why he has little baby hands, okay, like this. And if we remember for all the other Godzilla movies, he's like, and he's like knocking copters down or whatever. He can't, I don't even see how he could, what he could do, like this. There's no way he can move around, really. It's almost as if you don't have any hands. So that's what I think. What do you think, Chris?
No, I agree. I do. First of all, I want to say I like this picture and I don't like this picture. I love when they show the scale of Godzilla with people in the front or in the background, so we really get an idea of just how big kaiju are, and he is obviously, this Godzilla is 390 feet tall.
Right.
I totally agree with what you're saying with the legs, and this is why a couple of casts back when you asked me do I think that the 2014 Godzilla looks fat? No, because this is what I'm talking about.
Right.
This is the type of thing that they go with in some of the Japanese designs, and I don't really understand it, but I'm not going to complain about it. But I definitely agree with you with his arms. And I know why they did that. I know exactly why they did that. And to me, the reasoning is kind of dumb. I don't know if there's going to be another reason in the movie, but I can tell you from an aesthetic purpose, they did it because this is what the 54 Godzilla's arms looked like.
Okay.
And here's my problem with that. The reason the 54 Godzilla's arms looked like that was because at the time, that was the best they could do with the suit. They couldn't have larger arms on the suit because it just didn't work.
Right.
But as things went on later, look at King Kong versus Godzilla, they got the suit with better arms. Okay? Even in the next movie, in Godzilla Raids Again, which was right after Gojira, Godzilla, the suit was slimmed down so the actor inside the suit could move around and fight the other actor who was in the Anguirus suit.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been a trend for many years afterwards. And look at the Heisei series, which has my favorite Godzilla designs in it. He has bigger arms so that he could grapple. Okay? This is why I'm such a fan of the 2014 Godzilla, because he has very long arms. He can grab, he can rip mouths open like he did. This Godzilla, obviously, is not meant for close quarters combat with other kaiju. In my opinion, I think what this Godzilla is going to do is rely heavily on his breath. But since we know he's most likely not fighting other kaiju in this movie, I agree with 100% with what you said about him not being able to move. I don't think he's going to be moving much in this movie. I literally think, and I don't know for sure, but I literally think he is just going to walk the whole movie, just walking through stuff.
If I could start dissecting
Yeah,
this.
no, I was done. Yeah, go ahead.
Each leg looks like a Mothra larvae, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Almost as if you took three different monsters. Like if you look at Godzilla here, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say it's an action figure, right? And you stick it in the microwave, or say it's like clay, and you stick it in the microwave, and it's like, oh my God, his legs just blew up like that, okay? It looks like they took a Godzilla figure and they put it in a fat suit. Each leg looks like a Mothra larvae, and then even in the middle, it looks like another monster with the tail. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you trying to tell me that he feeds with his tail? Like, does his tail wrap around and feed him in his mouth? Because obviously his hands are so small, it can't even touch his face.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we've never actually seen Godzilla eat anything except in '84. What I'm assuming is that this Godzilla is able to do. I don't think we're going to see this in the movie. If we do, I really hope we do. That'd be great. But normally, when Godzilla is just in the presence of radiation, that nourishes him, so he doesn't really have to hold anything.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what you're saying, and this is, again, this goes into my theory about what's going on with this Godzilla. I think this Godzilla is regenerating.
Okay.
The bottom part of his body is done or close to done.
Okay.
The top part is still regenerating, and at a fully regenerated form, it would be more proportional. Because if you look at the legs and the lower body, there's much less red damage than there is on the top. Look at his chest,
right
around here, and his neck, and even on his face. It's all, he's not covered up by skin.
Right.
And same thing with his arms. I think personally that from like here up is still regenerating. And the same thing with his tail. Look how his tail is like perfectly formed.
Right.
And then
if let's just say you cover his head, right?
Yeah.
And just picture Godzilla without a head, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a dinosaur
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like the tail looks like the head, and it looks like a dinosaur body. If you could look at it from another angle, if you just cover the head up with your fingers, it looks like a dinosaur. To me, it just looks like a mistake. Like it's just really rushed, really like we got to get it out. No thought into the mold. Okay, I really don't understand how. To me, common sense. Okay, if you have a Godzilla that is big, how could his eyes be so small? How could he see? Okay, we lost the screen share.
Yeah, I know. I just took it down.
Okay,
this is something I want to make a point about.
So the eyes, to me, the eyes have to be bigger to see what you're doing. But why don't you just jump in?
No. I'm not. The eyes to me are a big. To me, if the eyes were a bit different, I don't think I would have. Again, the only thing I would change about this Godzilla right now would be the eyes and the arms.
Right.
More so.
I like the long tail, by the way.
I do too. Yeah. I can live with the arms being small, but I can't. No. I'm sorry. Reverse that. I can live with the arms being a bit bigger if they could do that, but I don't like the eyes. I know why they did it. Someone did a side-by-side shot of this Godzilla and a scene of Gojira, and they look identical.
Well, somebody did a fan.
Yeah.
Had fixed it the way he thinks it should be. You have that shot?
I don't have that one. I know what you're talking about.
It looks great, though. The fan version.
Yeah.
Like, it looks complete.
Yeah.
This doesn't look complete.
Personally, I would have preferred. I really would have liked if they would have done the eye design that they did in Final Wars.
Yeah.
But I know what they're going for.
Or even 1985. I mean, the eyes,
right.
Big eyes. Like even when we fought like Gigan and
yeah,
the big eyes. I like the big eyes.
Now there's another picture I want to screen share here. This was released today. This is actually news. From this angle, I love the design, just the whole thing.
That's it.
I'm a big fan of this photo because
I like that.
It reminds me of '84 here.
Yeah.
And again, the tail there looks amazing. But you can again, the one thing I don't like is like look at his hand. Like
too small.
His arms aren't big enough.
Grabbing something. I don't know what he's supposed to grab.
I mean, I don't even know if he's gonna move his arms very much in this movie. And another thing is, as much as I like the tail, I don't know how much of a fan I am of it just swinging around the whole time. Like usually Godzilla drags his tail until he has to use it, but this one has this like phantom swinging motion. It just like has a mind of its own in the background.
And it looks like he's kind of got spikes on the tail, like he could do. He
does, yeah. He's got 2 rows. This Godzilla is unique because he has 5 rows of spines on his back, which turn into like 2 rows on his tail, and then there's nothing at the tip because it's, I think, still regenerating. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we got to wait and see what they're going for here.
Right.
But I mean, who knows? We could come on here and then at the end of the movie we could be like, he's got another form. And it's unbelievable. But I doubt it. I think this is Godzilla 2016. I think this is what we're getting. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think if they make another movie, I don't think we're going to be seeing this design again.
No, definitely not.
I think they're going to change it.
Absolutely change it, I think.
I mean another Toho movie. I don't even mean another Legendary movie. I think if Toho makes another Godzilla, I think they'll change the design.
Me too. I agree.
And there was some more news about this too. They confirmed that this Godzilla is not connected to any other Godzilla canon. It's totally separate.
New universe.
Completely.
New timeline, whatever.
They confirmed that this is the first time Godzilla attacks Japan in this continuity.
Okay.
The very first time, which I'm all for. I think that's a great idea.
You could reboot the whole thing and just have monsters come after.
Sure.
And if they do that, I'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
If they just go to release this and say, all right, we're good, we're done. No. Because I feel, if you give the people what they want, the demand is there for Godzilla movies, make Godzilla movies. Don't just give them one and just leave them for more for 20 years,
Yeah.
I know we're getting our version, but I would like to see Toho pop out a movie every year. So that's that. So there was also marketing, like they had different things, right? Like action figures and
Oh yeah.
stupid. What was that? A Pokemon with them or something?
I don't know what that was.
That's
There's
stupid.
this weird commercial for this like State Puff Marshmallow Mouse.
That's stupid.
Something that like is about to fight Godzilla, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Like they do silly marketing with Godzilla over here too, but I was kind of like, okay.
And there's no hope for it to be released here.
Not yet.
And there's no hope for it to be released on DVD and Blu-ray.
Well, that's what they're saying right now. I think we will eventually get it, but
And the movie is going to be out in 5 weeks.
somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. Okay. And the American version is in limbo, right? Supposedly, like, there's nothing, no director, no. Well, there is a director.
They've got everything but a director, apparently. So.
Okay. And they got a story and everything. It's
any day now, I'm hoping we're going to hear so-and-so is directing Godzilla.
because supposedly, right, this Kong Skull Island's coming out first, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And then you're going to have Godzilla 2, but then Godzilla 3 would be technically
Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's that. So I think we'll just keep this with the Godzilla theme everything show, and we're going to jump on to finally Real Movie and Cast we're going to talk about. So, and then we'll come back to everything show. So take care. Bye for now.